Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving deep into one of America's most captivating pieces of modern coinage, the United States of America $quarter coin from the year 2001, featuring the great state of Vermont. This beautiful quarter isn't just a piece of spare change jingling in your pocket. It's a small, shining piece of American history that could be hiding a life-changing secret right under your nose. The Vermont 2001 quarter is part of the legendary 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coin series ever launched by the U.S. Mint. This series celebrated the unique heritage and culture of each state, with Vermont's design capturing its iconic maple trees and the figure of a tapper collecting maple sap, a tribute to the state's deep maple syrup tradition. But what makes this coin truly fascinating isn't just its beautiful design, it's the fact that some of these quarters carry hidden minting errors that transform them from simple pocket change into valuable collector's treasures. On the obverse side of the Vermont quarter, you'll see the familiar image of George Washington, the father of the nation, facing left with the inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, and In God We Trust. The reverse side is where the magic truly lies, the picturesque Vermont landscape, maple trees, and the bold caption Freedom and Unity. Every detail was carefully engraved to represent Vermont's natural charm and enduring spirit. But as every seasoned collector knows, perfection isn't always perfect, and that's exactly where the story of this quarter gets exciting. You see, during the minting process, some 2001 Vermont quarters came out with striking errors that make them extraordinarily rare and desirable among collectors. One of the most famous types is the double die error, where details such as the inscriptions or parts of the design appear slightly doubled, giving the coin a fascinating, almost ghostly effect. Another highly sought-after version includes off-center strikes, where the image is misaligned, creating a dramatic visual shift that collectors go crazy for. These rare minting mishaps weren't intentional, but their rarity is exactly what drives their massive value today. For collectors, identifying these errors requires a sharp eye and a little patience. Look carefully under bright light or with a magnifying glass at the inscriptions like Freedom and Unity, or examine Washington's profile and the edges of the lettering. If you notice doubling, distortion, or off-center impressions, you may just be holding a one-of-a-kind treasure. Many coin experts recommend checking both sides for unusual textures, missing details, or mismatched finishes, all signs that your Vermont 2001 quarter might not be an ordinary one. Over the past few years, collectors have been actively hunting for these error quarters, and demand has skyrocketed. At coin shows, auctions, and online bidding events, these coins have stunned audiences by fetching incredible prices that no one could have imagined for a modern quarter. One particular Vermont 2001 quarter with an exceptional double die error was recently sold at a prestigious auction for an unbelievable sum, nearly $98,000. That's right, $98,000 for a single 25-cent coin. Can you imagine finding such a coin tucked away in your old coin jar, a family collection, or even loose change from the store? It's stories like these that keep the thrill of coin collecting alive and remind us why we should always check every coin carefully before spending it. Coins like the 2001 Vermont quarter have proven that treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places, and it's this possibility that keeps the heart of every collector racing with excitement. So, if you've got a Vermont quarter from 2001 sitting around, take a moment to inspect it. Look for those fascinating minting errors that could turn it into something truly extraordinary. And who knows, you might just be holding your ticket to an incredible discovery worth a fortune. Remember, every coin has a story, but some stories are worth far more than others. Second rare coin. We're about to explore a coin that stands as one of the most powerful symbols of American heritage, the United States of America $quarter Mount Rushmore 2013. This stunning coin doesn't just capture the spirit of the nation carved in stone, it also hides secrets that could turn your ordinary pocket change into a jaw-dropping fortune. So grab your magnifying glass and stay with us, because what you're about to learn might just make you check every quarter you've ever owned. The Mount Rushmore 2013 quarter is part of the famous America the Beautiful Quarters series, which celebrated national parks and historic sites across the United States. This particular coin honors one of the most iconic landmarks in American history, Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota. On its reverse side, the design features a breathtaking close-up of workers carving the faces of the presidents into the granite mountain, a tribute to American craftsmanship, ambition, and unity. It's not just a coin, it's a miniature work of art that tells the story of how determination and creativity shaped a nation. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the timeless portrait of George Washington, as featured on all U.S. quarters, along with inscriptions like United States of America, Liberty, and In God We Trust. But while most coins look similar at first glance, what separates this 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter from the rest are the fascinating minting errors that can make some of them worth thousands. These rare anomalies turn an ordinary 25-cent coin into a collector's dream, sparking excitement at auctions and coin conventions everywhere. Among the most famous varieties of this coin is the dramatic double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once during the minting process, creating a subtle but visible doubling of design elements. Look carefully at the inscriptions or details on the mountain carvings. If you spot faint overlapping lines or blurred edges, you might just have one of these rare treasures. Another exciting variety is the off-center strike, where part of the design is visibly shifted to one side, creating an eye-catching and highly collectible error. These kinds of mistakes are extremely rare and highly valued because they occur purely by accident and in very limited numbers. Collectors love the Mount Rushmore 2013 quarter not only for its symbolic design, but also because of these rare production flaws that make every error coin unique. Each one is a tiny mystery, a frozen moment in the minting process that wasn't supposed to happen but somehow did. And that's what gives it immense appeal and value in the world of numismatics. The sharper and clearer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially when preserved in uncirculated or mint condition. Even the smallest variation can turn an ordinary find into something extraordinary. If you're wondering how to spot these special coins, grab a good magnifying glass and take a close look at the reverse side, especially around the inscriptions and the details of the workers and presidents on the mountain. Examine the edges for signs of doubling or misalignment, and pay attention to unusual textures or missing details. Collectors often recommend storing any coin that looks different or unusual until you can have it professionally appraised, because you never know when that tiny imperfection could mean a massive payday. Over the last few years, the Mount Rushmore 2013 quarter has made waves in the collector's world. Coin enthusiasts across the country have reported finding rare error versions, and some of these have fetched astonishing prices at auctions and private sales. At one notable auction, a particularly rare Mount Rushmore quarter featuring an exceptional double die and near-perfect preservation condition sold for an incredible sum, $35,000. That's right, a $250 coin valued at $35,000, transforming a simple piece of pocket change into a treasure that could make any collector's heart race. It's stories like these that keep the excitement of coin collecting alive. The idea that something so small and ordinary can hold such extraordinary value is what makes this hobby so thrilling. The Mount Rushmore quarter represents not just American pride and craftsmanship, but also the timeless appeal of the hunt, the dream that the next coin you find might just change your life forever. So, if you have a Mount Rushmore quarter from 2013 lying around, don't overlook it. Take a close look, inspect every detail, and who knows, you might be holding a hidden masterpiece worth a fortune. And if you've already discovered one of these rare coins or think you might have an unusual variant, drop a comment below and share your story with our amazing coin-loving community. Third expensive coin. We're diving into one of the most captivating and sought-after coins from the United States, the 2007 Montana quarter dollar. This incredible coin doesn't just represent the rugged beauty and heritage of the state of Montana, it also hides rare secrets that have collectors buzzing with excitement. Stay tuned until the end, because the true value of this coin will absolutely amaze you. The 2007 Montana quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's beloved 50 State Quarters program, which celebrated the unique history and pride of every state in the nation. The design chosen for Montana captures the heart of the state's identity, featuring the proud skull of a bison above a sweeping landscape that stretches across the coin's reverse side. The bold words, "Big Sky Country," pay tribute to Montana's breathtaking open spaces and vast beauty, a symbol of the wild frontier that shaped America's spirit. Every curve and detail of this coin tells a story, one of resilience, adventure, and the untamed power of nature. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, a symbol of leadership and freedom that has graced the quarter for generations. But while the design itself is iconic, what makes this particular coin so thrilling for collectors are the mysterious minting errors that occurred during production. These rare errors transformed an ordinary coin into a highly coveted masterpiece that has become one of the most talked about pieces among modern collectors. Some of the most valuable Montana quarters are those that feature dramatic minting errors, including double die strikes, off-center impressions, and die cracks that create unexpected textures and patterns on the coin's surface. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck twice, leaving a ghostly, overlapping image on the lettering or design. If you notice a doubling effect on the words, "Big Sky Country," or on the bison skull, you could be looking at something extremely rare. Another fascinating variation is the off-center strike, where the design appears slightly shifted, leaving part of the edge blank, a mistake that collectors find irresistibly attractive because it's both accidental and incredibly scarce. These unique imperfections are what make error coins so valuable. They're not flaws, they're accidents of art, moments frozen in metal that were never meant to happen. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins every year, and only a handful escape with these rare errors, making them true treasures for those who find them. Collectors and enthusiasts alike scour coin rolls and old jars in search of these elusive Montana quarters, knowing that one perfect discovery could change everything. If you want to check whether your Montana 2007 quarter is special, take a close look at it under bright light or a magnifying glass. Focus on the lettering, the details of the bison skull, and the edges of the coin. If you see unusual textures, doubling, or misalignment, do not dismiss it. You might just have one of these rare finds. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are especially valuable, so if yours looks untouched and shiny, keep it safe and get it professionally graded to confirm its authenticity and quality. In the last few years, the demand for error quarters like the Montana 2007 edition has skyrocketed in the collector's market. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and coin expos have seen these pieces fetch jaw-dropping amounts as eager buyers compete for ownership. One spectacular Montana quarter with a bold double die error and near-perfect preservation stunned everyone when it was sold for an astounding $82,000. That's right, $82,000 for a single quarter. Imagine finding one of these coins in your pocket change or an old collection. It's the kind of discovery every coin lover dreams about. Stories like these are what keep the thrill of collecting alive. The 2007 Montana quarter isn't just a symbol of one state's history. It's a reminder that even the smallest details can hold immense value. Every coin has its story, and every collector hopes to be the one who uncovers it. So, if you've got a Montana quarter tucked away somewhere, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You never know when fortune might be hiding right in your hands. Especially, we're traveling deep into the heart of American culture with one of the most fascinating pieces in the 50 State Quarters series, the United States of America quarter dollar coin Louisiana 2002. This coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a celebration of American history, music, and heritage, and for a few lucky collectors, it has become a symbol of unimaginable fortune. So stay tuned until the very end, because the story behind this coin is absolutely incredible. The Louisiana quarter was released in 2002 as part of the iconic 50 State Quarters program that took the collecting world by storm. Each coin in this series was designed to highlight a state's unique contribution to America's identity, and Louisiana's design couldn't be more fitting. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a detailed image representing the Louisiana Purchase, along with a trumpet and musical notes floating across the design, a tribute to the birthplace of jazz and the rich culture of New Orleans. It's a masterpiece that captures both history and rhythm in one stunning image, making this coin a favorite among collectors from the moment it was released. On the obverse side, we see the timeless portrait of George Washington, strong, dignified, and symbolic of the enduring spirit of the nation. But while the design itself is remarkable, what truly makes this coin stand out in the world of collectors is the presence of rare minting errors that have made some of these quarters incredibly valuable. These unusual imperfections, which happened completely by accident during the minting process, have turned ordinary Louisiana quarters into high-demand treasures that experts and enthusiasts are constantly hunting for. One of the most desirable error types found on the Louisiana 2002 quarter is the double die error. This occurs when a coin's design is struck twice, creating a fascinating shadow or doubling effect that can be seen in the lettering or finer design details. On this particular coin, collectors have discovered doubling around the words Louisiana Purchase or on the musical notes that flow across the trumpet design. These subtle yet visible mistakes are what make the coin so unique and desirable. They're not flaws, but rather beautiful accidents that tell the story of the minting process itself. Another type of rare error that makes this coin so valuable is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, causing the image to be slightly shifted, with part of the design missing or uneven. Such coins are incredibly scarce, and their eye-catching appearance immediately grabs the attention of serious collectors. There have even been reports of Louisiana quarters with die cracks, fine, lightning-like lines running through the coin's surface, another minting error that adds tremendous character and value to the piece. Collectors love these coins not just for their historical importance, but for the thrill of discovering a rare error that few others have ever seen. It's the chase, the surprise, and the mystery that make coin collecting so addictive, because sometimes what looks like an ordinary coin could secretly be a once-in-a-lifetime find. The Louisiana 2002 quarter is one of those pieces that embodies that excitement perfectly, combining history, art, and rarity into one unforgettable collectible. If you're checking your own Louisiana quarters, here's how you can spot the rare ones. Take a good magnifying glass and inspect the details closely. Focus on the lettering, the trumpet, and the musical notes. Look for doubling, misalignment, or extra lines that seem slightly out of place. Examine the edges carefully for any distortions or incomplete sections. And if your coin appears to be in excellent, uncirculated condition with one of these rare features, don't hesitate to get it graded by a professional coin certification service, because you might just be holding something incredibly special. Over the past few years, Louisiana 2002 quarters with rare minting errors have created quite a buzz in the collector's world. These coins have appeared in major auctions and private sales, and every time, they attract fierce competition from buyers eager to add them to their collections. One particularly stunning Louisiana quarter, featuring a sharp double die error and preserved in near-perfect condition, recently sold for an unbelievable amount, $92,000. That's right, $92,000 for a single $quarter coin. A tiny piece of change turned into a life-changing treasure. It's stories like these that keep collectors around the world inspired and excited. The 2002 Louisiana quarter is a shining reminder that history, art, and fortune can sometimes meet in the most unexpected places. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, never underestimate the power of looking closely at the coins in your possession, because you never know when one of them might reveal a secret worth a fortune. So, my fellow coin enthusiasts, take a moment after this video to dig through your change, your old coin jars, or your family's collections. Who knows what treasures might be waiting for you? And if you found a Louisiana quarter or think you've spotted an unusual error, tell us about it in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to start their own treasure hunt. Next coin, we're diving deep into one of the most captivating and sought-after coins from the 50 State Quarters series, the United States of America $quarter coin Maryland 2000. This is not just a coin, it's a tribute to one of the most historic states in the nation, and hidden among the millions that were minted are a few extraordinary pieces worth a fortune. So stay with me till the very end, because what you're about to hear will absolutely amaze you. The Maryland 2000 quarter was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which celebrated each state's unique story and contribution to American heritage. The design chosen for Maryland pays tribute to the old line state's deep history and architectural pride, featuring the famous Maryland State House, the oldest state capitol still in continuous legislative use. Surrounded by inscriptions that read Maryland, 1788, and the Old Line State, the design captures the state's elegance and strength in a way that instantly stood out to collectors when it was first released. It's a small masterpiece that honors Maryland's importance in America's journey toward independence. On the obverse side, the classic portrait of George Washington continues the proud tradition of American coinage, standing as a timeless reminder of leadership and freedom. But while most Maryland quarters are common pocket change, there's a fascinating twist. A select few of these coins were struck with rare minting errors that have turned them into incredible treasures. These unusual mistakes happened purely by chance at the U.S. Mint, and they're what makes certain Maryland 2000 quarters so valuable today. One of the most spectacular errors found on this coin is the double die strike. This occurs when the coin's image is accidentally imprinted twice, creating a subtle but noticeable doubling of the details. On the Maryland quarter, this can often be seen around the words, "The Old Line State," or on the fine architectural lines of the State House dome. Under a magnifying glass, the doubled lines look like a shadow effect, a sign that your coin could be something extraordinary. Collectors go crazy for these double die errors because they are extremely rare and each one is slightly unique, giving it even more collectible appeal. Another fascinating variation that has captured the attention of collectors is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not perfectly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to shift or be missing from one side. The result is a coin that looks imperfectly perfect, with the image slightly off balance, but full of charm and character. These off-center Maryland quarters are incredibly hard to find and are considered one of the most desirable error types in the entire 50-state quarters series. There are also a few reports of die cracks and planchet errors on the 2000 Maryland quarters, fine lines or raised ridges that appear on the surface because of a fracture in the die or a metal flaw during production. These small imperfections add even more value to the coin, especially when combined with a high-quality, uncirculated condition. When a coin displays both a rare minting error and excellent preservation, its worth can skyrocket in the collector's market. So how can you tell if your Maryland quarter might be special? Grab a magnifying glass and inspect your coin closely under good light. Look at the lettering, the dome of the State House, and the edges for any signs of doubling, cracks, or uneven impressions. Pay special attention to the clarity of the inscriptions and the smoothness of the surface. If your coin looks unusual or shows even the slightest error, don't ignore it, keep it safe, and consider having it graded by a professional numismatist. A certified error coin in pristine condition can be worth far more than you might imagine. In recent years, Maryland 2000 quarters with significant minting errors have caused a huge stir at auctions and private coin sales. Collectors from across the country have been competing fiercely to get their hands on these rare treasures, driving up prices and demand. One incredible example: a Maryland 2000 quarter featuring a dramatic double die error combined with a perfectly preserved, uncirculated condition, recently sold for an astonishing $100,000. That's right, $100,000 for a single $quarter coin. A tiny piece of metal that once bought you a gumball is now worth a small fortune. Stories like this are what make the world of coin collecting so exciting and inspiring. Every coin has a story, and every collector has the chance to uncover a hidden treasure that connects the past to the present in the most extraordinary way. The Maryland 2000 quarter is proof that even modern coins can hold incredible value if they have that special combination of rarity, error, and preservation. It's no wonder these coins are in such high demand among serious collectors. They represent history, artistry, and luck all in one. So, if you have a Maryland quarter from the year 2000 sitting in your change jar or tucked away in an old collection, don't overlook it. Take a closer look, because you could be holding one of the rarest and most valuable quarters ever produced. And if you've found one or think you have an error version, share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your discovery and maybe even feature it in an upcoming video. Last unique coin, we are diving deep into one of the most exciting and valuable modern coins in American history, the United States of America $quarter coin Texas 2004. This incredible coin isn't just a tribute to one of the most iconic states in the nation. It's also a rare collectible that has stunned collectors and investors alike with its hidden value and breathtaking rarity. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because this coin story will make you look at your change in a whole new way. The 2004 Texas quarter is part of the famous 50-state quarters program that swept across America, bringing excitement to both collectors and the general public. Each state quarter was designed to showcase the unique heritage and pride of that state, and the Texas quarter stands tall among the most memorable of them all. Its design features the bold outline of the state of Texas with a single star, the legendary Lone Star that represents independence, pride, and the spirit of freedom. Behind the star lies a lasso that forms a beautiful border around the state's silhouette, symbolizing the strength and unity of Texas people. Every line and curve of this coin reflects the identity of a state that has always stood proud and powerful in American history. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the familiar portrait of George Washington, engraved with precision and honor, a timeless reminder of the nation's leadership and courage. But what truly makes this coin special isn't just its design. It's the rare and extraordinary minting errors that have transformed some 2004 Texas quarters into priceless treasures. These rare variants are the result of small mistakes during the minting process, mistakes so unique that collectors have been willing to pay astonishing sums to own them. Among the most famous and sought-after errors on the Texas quarter is the double die strike. This occurs when the coin's image is accidentally struck twice, causing a visible doubling of letters or design features. On the Texas quarter, collectors have found doubling in areas like the word Texas, the star's edges, or the inscriptions, E pluribus unum. These subtle but fascinating details can only be seen under magnification, yet they make a world of difference in value. Each doubled line, each ghostly shadow in the lettering, tells the story of a rare accident that escaped the mint's inspection, and today, those accidents are worth a small fortune. Another incredible variation comes in the form of off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned during the minting process. These coins have part of the image shifted to one side, leaving a blank crescent of unstruck metal on the edge. Far from being imperfections, these off-center errors are what collectors dream about. They are eye-catching, rare, and completely one-of-a-kind. There have even been reports of Texas quarters struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were minted on metal blanks meant for other coins, a mistake that happens only a handful of times and sends collectors into a frenzy whenever one is discovered. Every single one of these rare errors makes the Texas 2004 quarter a masterpiece of rarity and intrigue. These coins are highly prized not just for their mistakes, but for the sheer beauty and meaning behind their design. They represent the bold, independent spirit of Texas, a place where standing out is a way of life. And, just like the Lone Star itself, these error quarters stand out from all the rest, shining brighter and commanding immense respect and value in the collector's market. If you have a Texas quarter from 2004, now is the time to take a closer look at it. Under bright light or with a magnifying glass, examine every detail carefully: the star, the lettering, the border of the state outline. Look for any doubling, extra lines, or off-center images. Even the tiniest imperfection could be your key to something truly special. If your coin appears to have any unusual features and is in uncirculated or near mint condition, make sure to have it professionally graded and authenticated, because that small piece of metal could be worth more than you can imagine. Over the last few years, the demand for rare 2004 Texas quarters has exploded in the numismatic world. Collectors have been racing to find and secure these coins, especially those with the rare double die and planchet errors. Auction houses and private coin sales have seen astonishing prices for these unique pieces, shocking even seasoned experts. One particular 2004 Texas quarter, showcasing a perfectly visible double die error and in pristine uncirculated condition, recently sold for a breathtaking $130,000. That's right, $130,000 for a single 25-cent coin. Just imagine finding one of these treasures sitting quietly in your change jar or coin collection. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, the idea that hidden among ordinary coins are rare masterpieces waiting to be discovered. The Texas 2004 quarter embodies everything collectors love: beauty, history, and rarity all in one. Its design celebrates a proud state, and its errors have made it a legend in the world of numismatics. This coin has become a symbol of how something so small can hold immense power and value, a perfect example of why we should always look closely at the details. So, my fellow collectors and treasure seekers, take a moment after this video to check your coins carefully. That Texas quarter you've been ignoring might be your ticket to an incredible discovery. And if you've found one with unusual markings, share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your exciting finds and experiences. Thank you so much for joining us today in this journey through the world of rare and valuable coins. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another thrilling coin story. Keep collecting, keep searching, and always remember, your next coin could be worth a fortune, and the next great discovery might already be in your pocket.